I'm Des.
And today we're going to talk to you about the Showtime show Billions, starring Paul Giamatti and Damian Lewis. Des, tell us a little bit about it. What did you think?
Okay, so Billions is this drama that's about a stockbroker guy. I shouldn't put my hands up, then you can really see my the background. It's about this stockbroker guy and the relationship with him and the district attorney. That's not right. The lawyer guy who's in charge.
I think he's
he's the state district.
Yeah.
He goes to different levels throughout the show of what his job is, but essentially he's the police.
U.S. District Attorney, it says on there.
Yeah, okay, he's the lawyer. He's the district attorney. And his wife works for the stockbroker guy. And so it's this triangulation.
She's a therapist for his company.
Right. And it is just, it's big money and big personalities and all this drama and all this stuff. It's Paul Giamatti, who is my favorite guy there. And Chris will tell you about all the actors and stuff, but it is so good. It is just edge of your seat. What's going to happen? I just finished, I forget if it's season 6 or I forget what number season that I just finished. But I watch it on Netflix DVDs so I wait until it comes out on DVD and then they mail them to me.
There's only 5 seasons.
I'm just cheap like that, so that's just how I do it. But it's just compelling. It is good television, ladies and gentlemen. If you have Showtime and you want to get into it, I'd say get into it. What do you think, Christopher?
Yeah, it is such a well done show. I feel like there's a lot of Showtime shows that kind of don't get enough credit. Showtime has like a weird reputation back and forth. Like sometimes critics love them, and sometimes it's Showtime. It's not HBO, is what I feel like they.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, like this show and Shameless and a bunch of Ray Donovan and a bunch of really great shows on Showtime. But this show is so good. It is like every episode has like this tension in it of what's gonna happen. Yeah, my favorite is Damian Lewis. I think he's so good as Bobby Axelrod.
That's the one, yeah.
He is so good at that. Paul Giamatti is a little too like slimy. There's things, even though there's something like slimy in a way about Damian Lewis's character, there's some other slimy stuff about Paul Giamatti.
All levels of slime all over the place.
But you're right. His Maggie Siff, who plays his wife, is fantastic, and so is David Costabile, the guy who plays his like number 2 man Wags.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite actresses, Felicia Rashad, and her daughter Condola Rashad is the works in the district attorney office with Paul Giamatti, and she's fantastic also. And there was someone else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, Asia Dillon, who kind of comes in a little bit later in the show. She plays Taylor. And she is so good. Oh, she is so good.
Really good.
I think they is the pronoun change.
They,
oh man. Oh, there's some stuff that goes on. You're like, oh no.
And they are just,
yeah. So it is, I don't know, it's just a really well done show all around. Great acting, writing, the idea is really good too. I love when you get to have like these 2 enemies, and then at some point there's like, do we have to work together to get rid of this other enemy that we have?
Right. Yeah.
It's just a well done show. I really like it, so I would recommend.
You can't argue with well written. It's just well written, well performed, good story.
It is not for children.
No, it is not.
Most Showtime shows are not.
Most Showtime television shows are not for children.
But this is for adults only.
For sure.
Disclaimer. Okay, now we're going to do something that we did on our last episode. We're going to talk about something that Des has been watching that I haven't, that she likes. And I'll talk about something I've watched that she hasn't, that I that I really like, and then we'll kind of hopefully get to come back and watch those things and be like, Des, you were right. I really did like that. So Des,
Okay, so this one is going to be more of a gamble on my part. I don't know if you're gonna like it. I'm not sure how you feel about Star Trek, Christopher. But I want you to give Star Trek Picard a shot.
Star Trek Picard.
Okay. I just started it, so I'm not. It's only one season long, and I really only just watched one episode. But so far, so good. And it's the continuing story of our friend Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek: The Next Generation, and they brought him back. They tried to do another Star Trek series, and I don't know if that just didn't go as well, and so they kind of scrapped that one, and now they're doing this one instead. Or I don't know if that other one is going to come back. Like, I don't know what's going on there. But I like him as a person, as an actor. And this whole time on Instagram, since we started quarantining, he's been doing Shakespeare sonnets on Instagram. It's the most precious thing you ever saw in your life. He just sits down in his living room and he reads a Shakespeare sonnet. And sometimes he gets to one and he's like, I'm skipping number 8 because I couldn't get into it. It didn't jive with me. So I'm going on to number 9. And it is just so precious. He's so good. But I recommend, let's all give Star Trek Picard a shot.
Okay. I will check that out. Yeah, I'm not a Star Trek person by nature, but
I understand. But let's try.
I loved the movies.
It's more personable. It's less about searching the great lengths. It's about the android guy, Data, and whether he was a real person or not, and is this his daughter, and it's all this stuff. Okay. More relational.
Okay, I like that. And I love the last few movies with Chris Pine have been really
those have been exceptional. Yeah, I don't think this is like those at all.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, I have liked those. So then we've talked about the show, and I don't know if you started. Stop me if you already started. But okay. Mindy Kaling has a new show that she wrote.
Oh no.
Called Never Have I Ever on Netflix. Okay.
Okay.
I watched the whole first season, 10 episodes in one day, of course. It is so funny. I just can't explain how funny it is. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. First of all, I love Mindy Kaling. I think she is hilarious. And her sense of humor of what is funny and mine jive very, very well together.
Okay.
And so I love the Mindy Project. I love The Office, obviously, that she was a part of as well, too. She just is smart. Like, she's really smart. And this is about an Indian girl and her mom. And, like, her trying to be, she just wants to be, like, cool in high school. That's all she wants. And her mom wants her to be Indian. And she has this cousin who lives with her who's, like, perfect Indian girl and is going through her whole arranged marriage type thing. And she just can't be perfect. And she's in love with this boy who doesn't want to give her the time of day. And so it's, like, a whole bunch of stuff. But it is so funny. So funny.
Okay.
So Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever. Got it.
I can't say enough great things about it. And
Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's a Netflix show. Okay. And all the kids who are on it. Well, actually, the guy she's in love with, I think, is like 31 in real life. But all the other kids who are on it are really good. And the lady who plays her mom, Purna Jagannath, I don't know. Sorry if I said your name wrong. She's so funny. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. It's just a great show. I can't say enough great things about it. So watch it. Okay. It's hilarious. It's like I was trying to say what age it's for, but
it's not for young children, I would imagine.
No, it's not for young children. It talks a lot about, like, there's a lot of sexual discussion there. So, like, whatever age you think your children are able to, it's rated TV 14. I would say 15, 16, maybe they could handle whatever. But it is so funny. Oh, man, it's so funny. I'm not even thinking about it. I've already actually watched some of the episodes over again because I was like, oh, this episode was so funny. I got to watch it again. So I loved it. I just loved it.
All right. Okay. That's a deal.
So Never Have I Ever and Star Trek Picard.
Star Trek Picard, everybody.
And Billions.
It's
Watch
on
Billions.
PBS All Access.
Yes. Watch
And
Billions.
Billions.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.